Hi guys, welcome back to my page. Today is going to be a fun video. I received a fun PR package from Unleashia Cosmetics, which is a Korean skincare and beauty brand. I have used their products a lot, but I'm really excited now because I could probably do a full makeup tutorial just using their products. I don't have all of my Unleashia stuff here with me today, but one day I might do a one brand tutorial. But I'm really excited because they just came out with a 21 shade foundation range. I'm pretty sure at the beginning there might have been only about 5 shades, and I was sent one of their previous collections to try out, and the foundation was much too light for me, but I am very happy to say that I have found my perfect shade in 35 in Toffee, and so I'm so excited to try that out today. I'm so excited to try that out today, as well as a couple of other new products that they sent me in the PR package. So this is going to be the look that I'm going to be recreating today. I think the makeup is so pretty and pink, and I think it looks so flawless, and I'm excited to see it on. One thing I really loved about the Unleashia formulation of their foundation was how good of coverage it had. My only obvious issue was that it was not my skin color, so I did have to use a couple like concealing and contouring tricks to make it kind of look normal, but that is no longer an issue. I'm so excited to try it out today. So if you are excited to see the try on of Unleashia's foundation, as well as the other products in my PR kit that they sent over to me, please keep watching and we're gonna head to that tutorial. To start off the look, I'm going to go in with the OLENS Nella lenses in the shade Ash Gray. The photo inspo is wearing some really pretty gray lenses. I'm not sure exactly which one she has on, but I think these will work really well for the makeup look. And as always, if you want the pair that I'm wearing, I'm going to have them linked down below, as well as my discount code, so you can get some money off on those lenses. I've already done my skin prep, so I'm going to go right into priming. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer to prime my skin. I take some of this on the back of my hand. I'm going to work this into my T-zone. And I like using this. I feel like that gives me the best chance of my makeup going exactly where I want it to be. And then any extra, I just work around the sides of my face. Then I'm going to go in with the YESSTYLE Butter Glow Stick in Herb Sugar. I'm just going to take this on all of the high points of my face. Just use my fingers to kind of tap that in. It's nice because the warmth of your skin really does help to blend that in. One of the main purposes of this video is I'm really excited to try out Unleashia's extended shade range for their Satin-Wear Healthy Green Cushion. The shade range has 21 shades, and I have been able to find my foundation shade. I did a little bit of a trying on the 3 foundations I found most similar to me, and this is the one that I found to be my perfect match. And this one is 35 in Toffee. I've been sent this healthy green cushion before by Unleashia, however this was prior to them extending their shade range, and like that's just my skin color. I really like the blurring effect of the foundation, but it just was not my skin color, so you know, you can't wear that. But this right here is, let me cook. I don't have to cook. This is so good. Whoa, like actually, like my mole coverage is really good. I feel like it just blurred because I have some like discoloration around the sides of my face. I blurred that right up. And oh wow, that looks so good for my burn scar too. Typically I feel like I have to color correct, but I'm not seeing me needing to color correct at all this time around. Like, you can see the difference. Wow, that looks so good. Cancel out discoloration on my eyelid too. Wow. And I have a different cushion that I wear. It's by a black on Korean skincare beauty brand, and I love that one too. But this blurring effect that this foundation has over like my discoloration and acne scars, kind of top tier. It's kind of top tier. I'm a little shook. I'm gonna save my full review to the end because I want to know how this performs under the rest of my makeup, but so far, really good. Then I'm gonna go in with Milani's Conceal and Perfect. Just typically I go to like cancel out anything that I don't like, but I can see my burn scar just a little bit, so I will be adding some final coverage just in these areas like I usually do. I'm really not. This is probably the least amount of this I've put on since I've been using this. I don't think I mentioned it. It's Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Cool Tan. I'm going to blend that out with this BK Beauty A506 brush. Oh yeah, no, this is like meshing really well with that foundation, because sometimes you never know how your foundation and your concealer will mesh well with each other. And these are perfect. Yeah, these two together, I have no more imperfections. There's nothing else wrong with my face. I am now perfect. To contour, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Rich Coca. And make sure I do the perimeter of my forehead, up my cheekbones. Use it to define my jawline, my lower lip, and then I'm going to use this to do a really nice narrow nose. Pretty high to make my nose look like it's coming forward a lot farther than it is. And then I'm just going to round along the bottom of my nose. Then blend that into my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with this BK Beauty 109 brush. I'm going to use this to buff out the perimeter of my face. Make sure that is nice and blended. And it's not as thick as one of their other BK Beauty brushes, but I feel like this one still does a really good job with buffing out product because it is so dense even though it's a lot smaller. And then just make sure you blend it down onto your neck. So again, there's no like differences, like stark differences when you turn your head to the side. Also take this lower lip, get that all blended. Then I'm going to go in with this Buff by Refran. That's their fluffy brush. And I'm going to take that on my nose to make sure that all gets pretty perfectly blended. Concentrate it on the sides of my nose and really try to get that blended into the foundation there. If there's any like weird mucky lines, it'll be corrected with my concealer. So I'm not too worried about a perfect blend. There's lots of safeguards for me when I do my makeup. Besides, it's art, nothing has to be perfect. To highlight, I'm going to first go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. I'm going to keep this in the center of my under eye, along the side of it to make my eye look really lifted. My upper lip, my chin, the center of my forehead, and really down the center of my nose to broaden that area up a lot. And I'm going to go on the sides of my eyebrows because I got to open that area up too. And then some along the sides of my nose. For some special highlighting, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. I'm going to use this to make the center of my face very, very bright. A little on my lip and chin and up my center of my nose. And a little of my forehead. I'm going to look like a disco ball. I'm going to go in with the BK Beauty 113 brush, and you're just going to do some circular tapping motions to get everything like perfectly blended out. That was like seamless. And sometimes if you let certain concealers sit over foundation, it's a little hard to blend them out. You have to like spray setting spray or fixing spray to help like move some of the product along. But I'm not having that problem with this, especially because I was like, let me try to blend out my chin, and that will let me know if I need to add some setting spray. But no, that my chin blended out so beautifully, and I was like, no, I'm actually really good. It's like perfect. I think my forehead might be a little too big, so I'm just gonna back in with the brush that has a contour on there, just to make sure I have the shape that I want for my forehead. Go up the center of my nose. I'm going to use this powder puff just so I can make sure it's perfectly diffused on the center of my nose. For my under eye, I'm going to go back in with a different triangle powder puff. Let me use that and some tapping motions to make sure that under eye is perfectly blended. And I like to bring the concealer back as far as the side of my head. And I feel like that just makes it look really nice and lifted. And the gradient from the light to dark looks so good. I'm happy with that. Blend up into the sides of my nose. Have that side look really nice and diffused. And I blend up onto my eyelid just a little to lighten that for when I do eyeshadows later. For my cream blush, I'm going to go in with e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Berry Well and Coral Crush. I'm going to have Berry Well as the base for this blush. I'm just going to slightly put that like off to the side, like if I turn to the side that's right in front. Some on the tip of my nose and my chin. And I'm going to take Coral Crush just a little bit over top of everywhere I put that berry blush to give like a really nice pinky shade that's kind of suitable for my skin tone. I'm going to go in with another triangle puff and use some circular tapping motions to blend that out into my cheek. And when you're going to apply this product, remember, I have deeper skin than you do probably, or maybe we have the same skin color. And depending on your skin color, that also sort of depends on how much product you need. And typically, like, the fairer your skin, the less product you need for specific color payoffs. So if we're not similar skin colors or darker, I would not advise it applying as much as I do, just because your skin color does not need as much color payoff. To set all of the cream products, going to go in with Milani's Make It Last Original Setting Spray. To set my contour, I'm going to go in with the Kaleido Symphony Contour Trio in the shade Tan. I'm going to go in with this angled Morphe brush. I'm going to use that cool middle shade and just go over everywhere. I put that contour. It just sets it so well. And I think my cream contour is a little warm tone, and this helps it like cool it out completely. And I'm gonna go back in with that same Refran fluffy brush to do my nose contour. And I feel like this works so well again. Oh, it looks so good. To set my face, I'm going to go in with YSL's All Hour Hyper Finish in the shade Translucent. Use a powder puff to get some product and really just go to town setting my face. It's a lot of like firm presses. And I'm also setting that blush right now. There was a lot of cream blush on my skin. And so like I like using this for like an all over set, and I feel like it helps like really blur my face, like in comparison to the side. I feel like it has really great blurring effects. For my blush, I'm going to go in with the Kaleido's Mono Blush in the shade Sanguine, and I'm going to use this Kaleido's Dual Fiber Contour Brush, and I'm just going to make sure this stays right in front of my cheek. Like a nice like circular motion, and then slightly blend that into the contour. And I'm just gonna take this like really high in the corner of my eye. And I'm looking at it on camera, it's very bright. It's not as bright in real life, so but I'm gonna try to dull it a little bit. And then just do the same on the other side. Then I'm gonna go in with Bobbi Brown's Pink Glow highlighter. I'm gonna take that on this Morphe M510 brush. Really go in right here on the ball of my cheek, so when I turn my head, it's like, oh, a nice glow. Across the tip of my nose, keep that really highlighted, down the center really nicely, a little between my brows, nicely on my upper lip, and a little on my chin. Then I'm going to go back in for some more of Milani Make It Last Original to set all of my powders. Then I'm going to go in with NYX Cosmetics Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Brush all the brow hairs upward, and I'm going to use this triangle puff to lean up against my face so I don't mess up the foundation. I'm going to start along where my nose contour kind of starts at the top and do like a relaxed arched brow. So where it is kind of a bit of an arch, but not too much. I'm going to brush these brow hairs downward and connect the top of my brow to the tail of the brow and fill in this area in with some nice bold strokes. And then up at the front, I'm going to create some fake hairs to make my brow look fuller than it really is. And then once I'm happy with consistency, I'm gonna go ahead and brush all the brow hairs backwards so I have my like relaxed arch brow. I was sent 3 of the Unleashia Tap Me Palette Duos, 1, 2, and 3, using this Do Care 06 brush. Going to use O2 Grovy in the shade Snug and put that all over my inner corner and blend it into the sides of my nose contour. So I'm going to work that shade all along my lower lash line. Quickly going into the P. Louise Wedding Wish palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Endless Love and get some on this Morphe brush. And I'm going to use that to highlight my lower lash line. Then going into Pat Me No. 2 Pit Pat, I'm going to go in with the shade Jovian on a Morphe M441 brush. And I'm going to use that to put this nice pink shade all over my lid and outer corner. And I'm also going to put Jovian on the outer corner of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go into the shade Surreal from that same palette. Using this Morphe brush, I'm going to pat this all over my eye and my inner corner and then on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with Unleashia's Easy Glide Flat Eyeliner. It's my first time using this one, and it is in the shade No. 1 Deep Black. This is mainly going to be me tightlining and going onto my lash line just a little bit. And I'm going to thin it out as I go towards the tail of the liner. Then I'm going to go in with the shade No. 2 Mood Brown. I'm going to use that to slightly accentuate my lower lash line and make it look a little thicker and extend it out a little so that the side of my eye looks more open. I'm going to first go ahead and prep my lashes with my Shiseido lash curler and use the Hourglass Unlock Mascara to coat my top and my bottom lashes. And then using the Duo Lash Adhesive, I'm going to go ahead and apply these clustered false lashes. To line my lips, I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild's Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in the shade Lay Down the Mauve. And like always, I'm going to be pretty over dramatic with my lower lip. Make that as full as possible. And then fill in my lower lip with this liner. And with this, I'm going to make like an emphasis on my cupid's bow. And really like make the sides of my lip kind of narrow. Duplicate that on the other side. And then slightly fill in the lip. For my lips, I'm going to first go in with Shiseido's Berry Shop Lip Tint in the shade Cheers. Oh yeah, this is going to be so nice on the lips. Use my finger to spread it out. Then some to the upper lip. And really pack it onto my lower lip. Especially around the center. Then I'm going to go in with Shiseido's Popcorn Syrup Lip Plumper in the shade Strawberries and Cream. I'm just going to concentrate that on the center of my lower lip. Add some more pigment. And then the center of my upper lip as well. And use my finger to pat that in. So this is the final look. I'm gonna go and like do my hair and I'll be right back. So this is going to be the final look. I think it turned out really pretty. I think the foundation, I can now fully say, looks so stunning under the rest of my makeup. I think this might have to be added to my like go-to base pile because I feel like it's really lightweight. But the coverage is so good and so buildable, and I'm so happy they have my shade. I think they definitely need more shades. I think 21 is a really good start, but I definitely can see some of the holes in their shade range. I know when I first got sent their foundation, I definitely felt left out because even the darkest shade wasn't my skin color. I'm happy now to be included, but I think that we can make the range a bit more inclusive. So let me know what you think of this really pretty pink highlighted makeup look. I think the reference photo is so stunning. I have it right here on my phone and I'm like staring at it. She's literally so stunning. And this makeup look has been so much fun to do. Comment down below what you think. Remember, I always want your comments, concerns, or criticisms. Go ahead and leave those down below. A link to all of the makeup products I used today will be linked down below, as well as a discount code if I do have one for a product. And if you want to reach out to me on any other social media platform, those links will also be down there. I'm not trying to do like a series, but genuinely I'm like, there are some PR that I was sent and some pretty makeup looks I would love to recreate, so let's just make it happen. I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I'm not sure how long it is. I feel like it's going to be a little long, but I hope you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, so let's go ahead and cue that montage.